Right, now we need to look at your back. Your back is pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to get you sideways on. That's it. And you have a seat now. That's it. So what's your first name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Right. So what have the doctors said is wrong with you?
Fibromyalgia. And this curvature of the spine.
Yes.
Arthritis. All them. Bone diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And where do you get most pain? If you've got
In
one
my
wish, so if we could
My
take
back.
away the pain from your back,
Oh, that would be wonderful.
that'd make everybody cry, wouldn't it, tonight? eh?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
It would.
Right, so Elizabeth, I need you to shuffle round in that chair. All right. Now, usually when I work on backs, usually it will be, that's it, wonderful. Usually when I work on backs, there's a whole thing here going on, you can probably see. It'll be Dr. Oswaldo Cruz. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Normally he likes people stood up, but in Elizabeth's case, we're going to have her sit down. Right, okay. So, where do we start? So they're just letting me know that actually two surgeons are going to be working. So first will be Dr. Augusto de Almeida. He's going to work on Elizabeth's head, and then he's going to hand over to Oswaldo Cruz to work on the spine. Oswaldo Cruz is the surgeon that works with any kind of paraplegia. Bless. Now, Elizabeth, is it fair to say that your sleeping has not been so good?
My what? Sorry.
Your sleep, you've not been sleeping very well.
No.
That's right, that's okay. Mostly that's because of your back and being darn uncomfortable. Now you'll notice when I'm doing the healing, very often I've got my head tinted up at an angle, the chin's up at an angle. Okay, I want you just to try doing that, guys. I want you to lift your chin up, and I just want you to remember, you know, back in, oh, it's all right, Elizabeth, not necessarily you. You can keep your head where it was.
Oh,
Sorry, it's all right. This is for the audience. Back in my grandma's day, if somebody was a bit depressed, they would say, chin up.
That's right.
But you see, when you look up, if you try and do negative self-talk to yourself, it just washes off you. You can say, you're a right pillock, you're a right twat, or anything. You can say anything to yourself. I'm finding all these lovely words that I'm not familiar with in New Zealand here. But it doesn't matter, you laugh at yourself. But if you were to say that to yourself and look down, you'd take it to heart. All right? And very often when somebody is depressed, they walk around like this. Have you ever noticed? They walk around with their head down and they're accessing feelings. They're rerunning a tape, actually. They're rerunning words. They're not being very creative or inspired, whereas inspiration and creativity is up here. So very often when I'm doing healing, you'll see my face go up here. And when you see your saints in great works of art, spiritual works of art, they're looking up here, tears usually rolling down the face. If we want to access more advanced beings and more advanced thoughts, we need to look up. So Dr. Augusto's done what he needed to in the head. We've now got to hand over to Dr. Oswaldo Cruz. And Dr. Oswaldo Cruz is saying vertebra by vertebra. He's instructing the team, and I'm like, oh, it could be a long night. We're starting at the top of the neck. Now, Elizabeth, any sensation for you, any tingling, any warmth? What's happening for you?
Yes, I feel a bit of sensation in my spine.
Yeah, what does it feel like?
Just tingling.
Tingling, excellent, they're doing their job. And whereabouts in the spine is that happening?
Just 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah. And is that tingling moving up your spine? Can you tell?
It's moving down.
It's moving down, awesome. So that's the key area where they need to work first.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm just going to ask you this as well, because Dr. Augusto's definitely worked on your head. Is your head feeling clearer now?
concentrating.
No, that's all right. That's all right. It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the spine is gradually moving over to the left.
So healing is all about energy. It's all it's ever about is energy. One of the things that sometimes, what would be the right word, sometimes gets me, is how what I do gets called, New Age, when what I do is traditional healing that was done in all villages in England not so long ago. And what's now called conventional is the newfangled pharmaceutical drug industry. It's only taken 2 generations for them to brainwash us and forget how we used to get well. Every village had a healer. Yeah. It's amazing. Now, I'm just going to check in with you, Elizabeth. How are you feeling pain-wise? Is your pain gone yet?
Yes, it's getting easier.
Cool. How much easier, percentage-wise? How much
A
has
lot
gone?
easier.
A lot easier. More than 3/4?
I should say about 3/4.
Cool. Isn't that cool breeze nice, eh? Just because I said it, I'm sorry. Spirit have a really naughty sense of humour with me. So in my mind's eye, I see a small pair of scissors, a small incision has been made. Over in Brazil, when the surgeon works, he will use a scalpel. They will pierce the skin. A few drops of blessed water are used. Nobody gets anaesthetised. Nobody feels any pain. Here, I'd get arrested if I did anything like that. So they have to limit their work to just sound and vibration. Elizabeth, how's that feeling at the moment?
A lot better.
A lot better. I'm going to get you to stand up and try walking around because I'm curious to see how much they've done. How is that feeling?
That's a lot better.
It's a lot better. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so have a seat here again. Face that way again for me because there's still a bit they need to do. Cool. I've just been told patience, so it's a long time since they've had to tell me that. Okay. Now, while I am in your space, Elizabeth, I have got a gentleman that has come a little bit cap in hand to say sorry to you. And it feels like he's your dad.
My dad?
Your dad. Did your dad need to say sorry to you?
Yes.
Yes, because was he a bit of a rough man at times?
Yeah.
He was. He needs to say sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she needs to know that. This, I don't normally do messages, but this is part of the healing. Because it's been a long, long time that he hasn't said sorry. It was very rough. And what he also needs to convey to you, you were such a good kid, love. You were such a good kid. You didn't deserve what he did. So what happens within us over the years is we store up feelings. We tend not to store up the joy and the happiness, we tend to feel that right then. But we store up guilt, anger, hurt, disappointment, grief. They all get stuck in our body until sooner or later they will come out through the physical form.
Yeah.
Right, have another walk around. Let's see how we're doing. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Isn't she looking straighter?
Yeah, straighter.
Any pain in
Just
your
a
leg?
little bit.
Just a little bit there?
There, yeah.
Right, okay, so now I am going to need you to stand for that last bit then. So if you can come round here and hold on the chair for support, just come round here, standing like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you sat, the energy just won't go out where it needs to. There we go. Now, the other thing that's happening, Elizabeth, while I'm working on you, my big toe keeps doing funny things. Have you got problems with a big toe?
Got gout.
I thought you might. Well, I don't want your gout. All right. Gout very often is toxins stored in our body. What happens is the liver can't cope with all the toxins that are in our environment, and it will push them into the toes, into the fingers, away from the major organs, and it will also put them into the space around the cells. The purple powder that you've all tried tonight, that isn't designed to make you detox, but as it brings more energy into your system, it does make you detox, because your body's wisdom decides, oh, now I've got that extra energy, I will get rid of this stuff that's in my big toe. So don't be surprised, Elizabeth, if you get some improvement with your big toe as well.
Oh, lovely.
That would be worth drinking
Yeah,
that purple
well,
powder for, won't it?
Yeah. Bonus.
A bonus. Right, here we go. Now I can see you standing straighter. We've still got work to do, but this is the start of a process, starting to flow energy. Right, the surgeon says he's happy. Just walk around a little bit for me, Elizabeth. You're holding your head up. Isn't that good? How's
Yeah.
that feeling?
Yes. Much
Awesome.
better.
Brilliant.
Much better.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Give you a round of applause.